They look at the margins. You know, they're kind of focused on their product. They're making it look good, but actually getting the customer's feedback on it. And you know, you want their repetitive customers, right? You don't just want to have one time and then they're gone, right? The end-to-end experience of the customer, I think a lot of companies neglect.
Yeah.
They should focus on it more. So the customer keeps on coming back, and they keep on getting more business.
Yeah.
You know?
1,000%. I think there's a disconnect between the people who make decisions in a lot of these companies because they're not consumers. They have no idea what the target audience wants. They're looking at data from the year before, and they think that this is going to shape the next year's decisions. And in this community, like, it spreads like wildfire. I can't find Gorilla Glue anywhere. I've been talking about this for like 4 episodes because no one wants it anymore. But at one point, everybody wanted it. Runs, same thing. Everywhere. Things get hyped and they disappear. But the funny thing is, by the time they make it to the recreational market, they're fizzling out in the legacy market.
Yeah.
Or, you know, in the streets, essentially. And I think that's where it's chasing trends instead of setting trends. And instead of setting a new standard, creating a new blueprint, they're following a shitty one from another state. And they're following some MSO that has no idea what they're doing, but their profit loss statement looks pretty decent. You know?
Which, let's be honest, it's really easy to pad those numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really easy to pad those numbers.
You know, I feel there's a lot of people too now when you're dealing with things like rosin and other extracts, but they're finding how terpenes are affecting their overall choice in what they're wanting. I think flower is the whole wild west in that sense, where people are still looking at the THC and the look. Like, it's clean, but it's basic. And then, like, a lot of us, you know, hardcore consumers are trying to look for a traditional green bud. You know, trying to look for that old gassy beast stuff.
Yeah.
We in our dark uniform.
Well, the market doesn't seem to cater to that. You know, it's like people don't necessarily go because they assume that this is what's going to sell. Then all of a sudden, it sits there for another year. And it's like, man, you guys are chasing an old trend.
Yeah.
They're trying to sell something new.
Yeah. And I mean, and that is playoff West. That to me is where you can set yourself apart.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they picked. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They start on the ground with Elliott. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A give to Elliott.
And
they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. This is Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point attempt to follow here. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now they try the right side here, and he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Faster. Black shot.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line.
Take it.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
On 3rd down, they'll try to run for it on the draw. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Throwing his Hurts. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
On second down, Elliott once more. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Now Prescott. He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run with Elliott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 52 yards rushing for him. Now we have the touchdown runs to boot.
We both know it's difficult, but they look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they move the ball with relative ease.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Second down and goal. Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 174, just one shy of Emmitt Smith in second place. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
50 Bobcats. Come 19!
Here's Hurts to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, third and long.
70, get the wolf. 19 tight, 19 tight. Hey, check that, street. 19 right.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
The Eagles send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Taking on the midfield logo. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. First down throw for Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Prescott. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. It got his man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And room there to work it inside the 25. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A handoff left. Elliott. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Prescott from the gun. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And that is no good. He pulled it just a wee bit wide left. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. But not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
79 Broncos.
Hurts. Going for the deep ball. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Bird sets up to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it would seem as if their three-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 111 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go to Elliott again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going,
pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the run game. Back to the ground. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
set. Mustang 19. Warriors 17. 60 Maverick.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready. Yo, blue.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught front. Eagles touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles get a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. But if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for the Cowboys, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time.
connected in his general disregard for her agency and consent. It's very hard to imagine Kim or Jimmy assaulting each other. Kim does